Oh, yes.
No. Well, all right.
Yay! Is it on? Are we
Action.
going?
I feel like I don't know.
What shirt is it?
Hello,
This is what you
y'all.
wore when we went on our road trip when you started last year.
No, I got this 3 days ago.
No, but you wore something like this.
Look who's back.
Wait, so Tyler said this was the exact words. I quote him. He said, the people were clamoring for more from me.
For more Tony.
Which is very flattering, guys, because I don't really monitor the comments the way he does or anything. Were people really saying that?
Yeah. You should read them.
I miss everyone. Donna, Vicky.
And all the other people, the non-YouTube people. I mean, the people that are just commenting as well. There's a lot of them.
Amy.
The ones that...
Oh,
I'm sorry, guys.
Ouch, ouch.
Sorry.
My broken arrow girl.
I've got you very precariously perched.
Did you see that? I didn't even tell you about this, where Amy sent me pictures. She went to go see the house where they filmed August Osage County.
No.
Yeah,
I knew that
yeah.
I knew that she went to the Kristen Chenoweth place.
Which I love that you did that for me. Because the first time I heard that she was from Broken Arrow, what's the first thing I said to you? Oh no, I wouldn't even tell him because I knew he would just be like...
Because you knew I wouldn't ask her to go do it. And you were like, please go by the Kristen Chenoweth
No,
Museum.
that's not what I said.
Although I say museum with very...
I think it's
lightly.
a Hall of Fame or something. No, all I said was...
This person behind us wants us dead,
I said, is she from Broken Arrow? He's like, yes,
Okay.
why?
I might have to hold this.
All right.
Well, no, go ahead.
And he said, yes, why? And I said, don't worry about it.
Once we get on the interstate, y'all, it'll be very much more calm. So why don't you tell them a little bit about your schedule and the fact that you only have 1 day off a week?
Oh, guys.
That's why he's been so absent. People think you're dead.
Did they really think that something had happened to me?
I hope.
What did you all think had happened? All right, well, guys, what
I
happened?
said I'm leaving it up to the attorneys.
Christmas is a very different time at Dollywood. It's much busier.
Hold on, guys.
It's
Just hold your horses
Okay.
here. No, you can talk.
they put us on a much busier schedule. And frankly, what used to happen was I would go in from like 10 to 7. We'd do 4 shows or 3 shows every day. And now the show that I'm currently in is the closing show at the park. There always has to be one that is the last possible thing, like if you want to do something before you leave. So we do an 8:15. I don't go into work most days until 3:15 p.m. So now I'm living that total theater schedule, which is like you go in at 3. Yeah, and I hate to admit it, but you go in at 3 o'clock. You do 3 shows. You're wired because you're out of work at 9:30. You want to go eat, and then you sit up and watch TV till like midnight or 1 or 2, and then you sleep till 9 or 10. I slept till 10:30 today.
10:47.
Is that not awful? I'm ashamed of myself about it, but at the same time,
makes me sick to my
it
stomach.
is what it is.
Hey, sure.
I don't mind
Life.
it. I don't mind it. So that's where I've not... This is the first time I've come to Kingsport in like a month. Right?
It's been very peaceful around my parts.
I know, you're very bored, aren't you?
Hold on. I don't like it.
Here's the thing about Tyler Ramey. He'll say, I've never been bored in my life.
I haven't been.
You haven't been bored without me around?
No.
Yeah, right.
It's been very quiet.
It's been quiet.
I'm trying to get you guys in a better position here. Hold on. There.
He's been very bored without me. Don't listen to him.
There we go. Hey.
So that's where I've been. So no, I haven't been coming to see. Although he's come out a couple times. He's come to work. You
Yeah, I
got
did
that
the
last
vlog,
vlog.
yes.
And I think you came out last week too, didn't you?
Did I? To Dollywood? And did
I
you
don't
a
know. I
vlog?
haven't seen you since the day you came to Dollywood. I thought we went to dinner and you came back. Well, next week we've got a very busy weekend because my bestie in the whole world is coming.
Present company
From
excluded.
Massachusetts. You know how when you're with a friend though and you always say something and then you're like feel guilty? Because
You're like my very dearest friend in the entire world.
Well, listen.
It's so bright, y'all. I apologize.
But they love each other too.
I love Molly.
We're really good. So
and I'm actually going to pick her up from the airport, and then we are going to go, bless you, do whatever we want to do until he gets off work. And then we're staying in the Dreammore.
Which, have we shown that on camera before?
Yes.
No. Oh.
Yeah, we did when your sister came.
No, but not the rooms.
Not the rooms. That'll be a special treat. We're going to be paying guests.
With a literal picture of Dolly Parton on the bedspread in front. Remember that? The first time we saw that? It's a headshot of her like
remember that room very well.
Oh, gosh.
So, and then...
when hope was high and life was worth living.
And then Sunday, I'm going to take Molly to Dollywood for the day. Well,
so much
and
in
you'll
East
be able
Tennessee
to go too.
centers around
What time do you have to?
We can go... I don't know what time the park opens. It must surely open at 11 or... It's 11 or 2. I never know.
I hate that too. Ugh.
2 to 9 is typically what we're running right now. So I'll get to hang out with you guys for an hour. Maybe ride one ride. But he gets to come see the mouse show again.
So in my ambient state last night, I also want to tell you this. I was very in my ambient mind.
I had gone out, a rare occasion.
Made all these plans for today. Not even remembered it at all until this morning when I was reading through our text conversation, and I was like, wow, that's actually a really good plan. Literally no recollection. And what did it say?
Well, it's...
Read it.
I'll read it. Hold on.
I literally have 0, 0, 0, 0. There's Chris Jenner phone case, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, let me open up.
Get rid of anything unsightly.
So many different Tylers in there. This was at 10 p.m.
Which is sad that I was very delirious.
10:05. Here's the thing. That's the thing. It's like, most people, like, if I were like, I'm going to go out, I'll call you when I'm done. It ain't even worth it. If it's 10:30 or so, you're like, forget it. He went to bed. I have a great idea about tomorrow night. We can go to the arcade in Johnson City and eat somewhere and vlog it. The people are clamoring for you.
Oh.
Which, by the way, you said clambering.
Oh, well.
Clamoring.
I don't even remember typing it, let alone
I said, that love, yes. And he said, wouldn't that be kind of fun, though? And I said, yes, I want to do it. And then, of course, because he knows me, which he ended up being absolutely spot on. Last night he said, you don't be too late in the day. And I said, I won't. I'm going to get up. And he said, you're going to call me at noon and say I'm leaving. What time did I leave? Noon. But that's fine. You've had your morning to yourself. He said, if we go to Mad Greek, we are getting cake. He said, whatever you want to get, I want something with icing. And that was it. Then he was gone.
That was a goner.
And I sent him this picture of the woman who played Callie on Grey's Anatomy is on Madam Secretary. You only see these things because they're playing at the bar. And she completely... Did you look at this picture? See that. She looks so... And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
I miss Callie from Grey's.
I miss that, too. We talked about Grey's last night. Someone looked at me and said...
What's her name?
Her name is Sara Ramirez.
Sara Ramirez.
And my friend said, do you still watch too? And I said, yes. And now we're like, people are like guilty that they still watch Grey's Anatomy, but they're like family at this point.
Well, it's like jumped the shark went back in the water.
And then it comes back up again. That's the thing. The show is so strange because it goes down, and then it's like, oh my gosh, this is the best season in years.
I did hear a lot of people, in the first time in like years, a lot of people were posting about Grey's last week or the week before last.
It was the 300th episode.
Oh, that's why.
And it was a big throwback. The thing about Grey's Anatomy that's funny, I feel like we talk about this a lot, but the thing about Grey's that's funny is that I feel like, in all honesty, and I still love it, it like peaked around when Katherine Heigl left, and that's not saying because of her, but everything that they do about whenever things happen on the show, the real sentimental stuff is all marked by remembering stuff that happened in the first 5 years.
Yeah.
Like when they play How to Save a Life or Chasing Cars, because you just go, and me included, you're like...
And here's what happens with almost everyone that has not watched Grey's. If they decide,
you don't even know who they are anymore.
I'm just going to watch it on Netflix. And you literally binge it. I watched 6 seasons of Grey's Anatomy in a month. And it's such an emotional, especially when you watch it back to back to back to back.
And the beginning stuff really was emotional.
And I don't want to spoil it because I know there's plenty of people out there that haven't watched it. And if you haven't watched it, the first 5 or 6 seasons of Grey's Anatomy is really legit. Good.
Now they're just a comfortable show. Honestly, but you know what? Danny Pellegrino, who would never watch this, but he has this hysterical Instagram account. And I follow him on Twitter as well. And he said, can we all, on the 300th episode, he said, can we all please just raise a glass to Ellen Pompeo, who has quietly ushered us through 300 episodes of a primetime ABC show. Like, really, though. I mean, she is a queen.
And I understand she's a strong female lead, but she was never my favorite. She was never even one of my favorites, to be honest.
Well, I always feel like, Izzy was always my heart. And Karev.
My favorite is the one that nobody ever liked. Who then got her own spin-off show.
Oh, I don't care about that. I don't watch that.
I love Addison.
My mother liked that Private Practice,
I love her.
Addison was fine, but Addison wasn't Meredith.
That little spitfire redhead.
She was a bad woman. And what was the first episode of where she goes, I'm Addison. You must be the woman who's sleeping with my husband.
Yes.
And it was like,
I was like, oh!
Now, we'll do it.
Oh my gosh, and her storyline was just and I'll tell you who my second favorite character. Well, okay,
Listen, folks,
Christina
watch
Yang.
the show. We all loved it. Yeah,
Christina
sure
Yang.
Oh, I
But do you
loved
know
her
who
too.
was especially if they had more of a role? Do you know who would have been my very favorite?
Lexi?
No. Oh God, no. Not Lexi.
George?
No.
I'm trying to think of the ones that were
It was kind of like an appearance, and then her appearance turned into more of like a stay for a little while.
Not that one that dated Callie.
A little woman by the name of Gina Davis.
Oh, listen, I agree. That was a good storyline.
Great.
Listen, folks, we're delving into 15 years worth of seasons here, so really watch it.
That was probably around, what, 7 or so?
It was, no, that was more
Earlier?
like 3 years ago.
Oh.
Because I remember I literally wrote Gina Davis's monologue down in my notepad on my phone. Because let me tell you also, Shonda Rhimes, she writes beautiful screenplays. I mean, whatever
And
scripts.
didn't she end up going blind, Gina Davis? Not in real life.
Yes, but don't spoil it. That was all Amelia's fault. But Gina Davis didn't have the heart to tell her.
That's right.
Or was it Arizona? No, it was Gina Davis. No,
So,
it was
okay, let's
Amelia.
pass
Let's
Grace.
move on from
Let's
Grace.
move on from
I don't know
Grace.
how we got on to Grace.
I'll put in the description box, I will put like
a link.
We talk
to
about
Wikipedia.
No, we talk about Grace from so if people want to skip ahead.
Actually, that's a good point. A lot of podcasts now do that.
It's a good idea because it's like I don't want to hear about this because I don't care. So just go to the next thing. But you don't want to miss all this conversation.
It's a good show, guys. Still love it.
Ouch.
Regardless of how long it's been on. Boone's Creek Road.
So we're going to Johnson City, and the plan is to go to the Mad Creek, I guess, but I kind of don't want Mad Creek anymore. I'm kidding.
What's the other places in Johnson City? You know what I would love? Tyler would never let me.
What?
I would love to just walk around Barnes & Noble.
Oh.
Just to see the Christmas decorations and
You can
smell
see
it.
Christmas decorations at my house.
Yeah, but
Or at the mall.
at the mall.
There's a food court at that mall.
I love food. There's a mall in Johnson City.
Yes!
Where? We've not been there.
It's pretty nice. It's just a typical mall.
I can't wait to go to Pal's. Cheesy Rounds, that's what it was called. Cheddar Rounds.
My hat. I'm
Cheddar
sorry it's so
Rounds, that's
bright
what it
again.
was.
I would like to apologize for the sun.
If you're watching this, which you're not, they're called Cheddar Rounds. I couldn't remember the name of the thing.
He said cheesy rounds?
No, because I was trying to tell him, I said, you need to get those things in the morning, like cheesy tater tots.
He's never had them?
He didn't know from Pal's.
He brought it up, didn't he?
Yeah, because he came for the first time.
Oh.
A friend of mine. Pal's is... You've talked about Pal's on here many times.
I've done a Pal's video.
It's very localized, though. He won't... It's only, what, about 20 in the whole
I think
area?
there's like 40, but it's all in
east,
this
yeah.
area. Like,
It's
chances
not
are,
out
if you're
near
watching this
Dollywood.
video, you don't have a Pal's.
Right.
But
How
it's
far
so
is the
good.
furthest one? Virginia?
Yeah, there's some in Virginia. I'm not sure. I mean, the furthest Pal's, like, from Kingsport is probably within, like, a 30-minute drive.
Right. That's about it.
And you know what I would love to have? Jack in the Box.
I've never had it.
I would love to have In-N-Out.
Chick-fil-A.
Well, everybody has Chick-fil-A.
Listen, New England, we did not get a Chick-fil-A.
What?
No, at least where I was from. I remember that when I was in college, we got our Chick-fil-A at the North Shore Mall. Any of my former friends, if you're watching this, maybe it'll bring you back.
I really don't kind of want Greek.
I love Greek food, though. I want tabbouleh. Maybe I could just go get it at Food City alone.
I want to try dessert hummus.
Oh, my mom said it was really good chocolate-flavored hummus.
Yes, I want that.
I need a tissue.
Snack night. So
Those are envelopes.
Yeah. What about
What do you
Cutie
think
Brown's?
we should eat? Oh, I love that
Fine.
place. What about Mad Greek?
I don't really want it.
How about we get that there Captain D's?
I would love Captain D's. Don't even joke.
Oh,
with
there's
me.
your store. Oh no, that's Habitat for Humanity.
What did you think that was?
Wait, what is it?
Bargain Hunt is that way. And we are going to Bargain Hunt.
Every time you drive on this road,
I know, it sounds
you
like
think
I
you have a flat
I
tire.
don't. Alright, so we're going to decide where to eat because we're at 15 minutes now. And I want to
Just
have room
about
for the
Grey's
rest of
Anatomy
this.
alone.
But they've missed you.
Have you guys really? I've missed you too.
I have to like swallow that
I've
now.
missed you too. Listen, in a couple months, we should look back at the vlogs of like that time we drove to Boston.
Oh, with the car videos?
Which was still when you were very formative and didn't have as many, so I bet you they've been not been viewed nearly as much as this next one would be.
Yeah. That was old school.
That was mid-January 2007, this year.
It's almost a year of the YouTube channel. Can you believe that?
No, I believe...
This car up ahead is like...
Wasn't it in a couple weeks you did your first one?
Folks, if you're ever behind a smoky car, you need to hit that little button that recirculates the air in the car so you don't have to breathe it. Of course, now I have to get over.
Of course, now there's something wrong with, like, there's some sort of exhaust thing in my car that isn't...
Sorry, car, but I have to get over. Look at it. Look, y'all. You can't see it, but lots of black smoke. Lots of soot. Oh, this is my exit. All right.
I love Johnson City. Johnson City is always like a little fun adventure to me when I come to this area.
There's
a
Cootie
lot of
Brown's,
stuff
or there's
to
that
do.
Jack's place we had last time, which I don't think you were too impressed with yours, but I don't think you really got the correct thing.
Which place was that? I don't remember.
The Jack's.
that.
I got the... I don't remember what I got.
Jack's.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up because we're getting off
What
the
about
exit ramp.
games?
We'll be back.
That's my grandfather.